Hey everybody, I have some super important Chewy.com stock investor news. So if you are an investor at Chewy.com, you're going to want to watch this video all the way to the end. This is extremely important news that dropped about 4 days ago. So stay tuned. So after 3 years, Petsmart.com had acquired a ton of debt so that they could own shares of Chewy.com. So Petsmart is an online retailer and also an in-store retailer. So mostly they're brick and mortar stores, but Chewy is more the online store. So Petsmart had taken out debt to acquire portions of Chewy back in 2019 and 2017. This ended up in a lawsuit. It was BC Partners had combined the two and said that lenders of Petsmart couldn't lend anymore to Chewy. And this was, like I said, ended in a lawsuit, which then now they're going to be restructuring the debt. And after about 3 years and about $3 billion, Petsmart and Chewy.com, and the point of this video are that the two companies are actually going to be splitting forever. So Chewy.com will no longer be owned by Petsmart, and Petsmart will no longer list Chewy.com as a subsidiary. So this is super important news if you are a Chewy investor. Anytime a company is going to be selling their stake in another company, you're going to see a stock sell-off, as you did this last week. Before the news dropped, Chewy was almost about $70 a share. And then after this news dropped about 4 days ago, we started seeing a plummet almost all the way back down to the low 60s, $50, $59 threshold. So the pet shares, remaining shares of Chewy, will be distributed to the BC Partners led group. So, Petsmart will be splitting, but they're not selling. It's going to be going to the BC Partners Capital. It's going to be going to part of their equity in their firm. And then the new structure for Petsmart is going to be smaller debt load for Petsmart. So both these companies did really well during the pandemic. From what you can see, is there was a lot of pet sales. There was a big pet surge, and it was very profitable a couple quarters for both these companies. That's probably why you're now seeing Petsmart pull out of Chewy so that they can get some of that debt out. You also saw, just a lot of equity come out of Petsmart was able to buy these Chewy shares, and then the stock price rose, and now they're cashing out and going to ride that down to maybe a safer spot for Petsmart. So very bullish for both these companies. Well, not necessarily so much for Chewy. Chewy, it's a little bit of a toss-up at this point. You're not really sure whether this is going to end up being good for Chewy, but I can imagine so. Now they're not kind of weighed down by this debt that Petsmart had on them. So Petsmart began marketing $2.3 billion term and loan to investors on Monday, and it's expected to offer $2.35 billion in junk bonds in coming weeks. So Petsmart is really just trying to get rid of a lot of their debt at a low cost. It's a smaller debt load for everybody. Chewy is most likely happy off this. So if you're a long-term investor and you wanted to know why the stock was selling off, here's your reason. Don't worry. Keep buying your Chewy shares every month, every day, every week. And if you watched my last video, I go into why I think this stock is going to be $200 in the next 5 years. I can just see at the rate that they're growing, almost 40% year over year annual sales. They're already pushing $8-9 billion in revenue. So I do think that eventually they're going to find a way to be profitable due to them getting into pet meds and medicine and toys and all kinds of different revenues for pets, and just a growing emerging economy for pets as well. So that's my take on Chewy.com. I happen to be a bull. I do own shares and also options. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you bullish? Are you buying Chewy? Are you selling Chewy? Hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.